There she is. LEGO City.
Hey everybody, Brickette here showing how to unlock all 14 characters in Fort Meadows in LEGO City Undercover. I'm going to build the train station in Fort Meadows for a character token so I can't fast travel to it. So I'm going to take the train to Bluebell National Park and then drive the train to Fort Meadows. Use the down button on the D-pad to drive the train. It sits here for a ridiculously long time, so I cut that out. But if you're wondering why you can't drive right away, that's why. We have to drive the train backwards to get to Fort Meadows, so left trigger. If you want to go to the castle first, you can get out here and jump down. You'll need a car or the jetpack. But I wanted to start at the diner to get the disguise booth first. I like how the camera moves to show off the castle. I jumped out here with the top button. This is where we are, at the diner and gas station. I think I caused a major traffic jam. The first one I'm getting is the gas station manager from the disguise booth. I got the first 4 character tokens on the Switch, so the prompts are different. I think it skipped it because it's locked. It's locked because I haven't bought any characters in it yet. The gas station manager is in the service category, all the way at the end, and costs 3,000 studs. I can still hear cars crashing into each other. The next character token is for the cave woman. You'll need dynamite to blow up the entrance to the cave if you haven't already, or if you don't have the unlimited dynamite red brick yet. Gotta get those studs. It's already blown up. Well, anyway, you know the drill. The cave woman is almost at the end. The cave woman is a special 2 in the civilian category and costs 10,000 studs. Wow, she looks happy. I wonder if I can get a car in here. I can! Cool! There's the diner again, just for reference. Go up this little dirt road to the left. If you go to the right, it might shoot you past the castle. The Fort Meadows free run gets unlocked at the end of Chapter 9, bringing home the bacon of the story. But I'm going to get the monster first. You get him at the top of this castle. If you don't have the jetpack yet, you'll have to do some parkour to the right to get up there. I'll be doing that when I do the free run after getting the monster. We need the fire axe for this door. This is kind of weird. You can build the catapult from the doorway or from way inside. The monster is a Special 2 in the civilian category and costs 10,000 studs. I already colored this wheelbarrow blue. If you don't have the Super Color Gun Red brick, you can use the color swapper at the farm. I'll be going over there after I do the free run. The Fort Meadows free run gets unlocked at the end of Chapter 9, bringing home the bacon of the story. Here's where the Fort Meadows Castle free run is on the map. Make sure you get all 3 clock tokens to be able to finish the free run. There's the first one. Here's the second one. Here's the third one. Watch out for the catapult. You might have to walk towards the screen to activate it. And we get the vampire. The vampire is a Special 1 in the civilian category and costs 10,000 studs. Love his animation. Now I'm gonna go get Rooster. The Rooster character token is up this little road under the bridge. You'll need the jetpack for this. You get the jetpack in Chapter 13 of the story. Rooster is a farmer and costs 10,000 studs. Now I'm going over to the farm for 3 more character tokens. Bea Heckerson needs us to build 3 scarecrows out of bales of hay. Here's the first one. The second one is way over there. There's the third one. I'm moving the camera towards the tree because they're not always clear on where the token is. Bea Heckerson is in the police category and costs 10,000 studs. The next two character tokens need two different colors in the color gun. The Highland Battler needs blue and Stinky Fletcher needs yellow. There's a color swapper for each in there. We open that door in the story. Here's the second wheelbarrow to be painted blue for the Highland Battler.
You gonna get my pigs back again then?
I already colored one of them blue on the castle by the free run. We'll need yellow paint for Stinky Fletcher. We need to color 3 bales of hay yellow. Here's the first one.
I stayed up so late.
Here's the second bale. The third bale of hay is way up that hill past the wheelbarrow, so I'll get the last wheelbarrow next. And of course, the token is way back there past the color swappers. There's the last bale of hay for Stinky Fletcher. His token is a little closer. Oh wait, I got a little turned around here. Stinky Fletcher is a miner and costs 30,000 studs. The Highland Battler is a Special 2 in the civilian category and costs 10,000 studs. Now I'm going to get a large super brick to help pay for the next 2 super builds.
Hey!
I love the sound of those studs. We can get a large super brick to help pay for the Fort Meadows train station super build or the log cabin super build. I fell, but I recovered. And that's worth 20,000 bricks since I have the brick doubler, which you get at the end of the story. Now I'm going to get the Fort Meadows train station, which is the last one I need to get, so I'll lose the red train but gain the green train, the Emerald Knight. Fort Meadows train station, 40,000 bricks. Train driver Bob is in the service category and costs 2,000 studs. Now I'm going to go build the log cabin for the Lumberjack. Here's the log cabin super build for the Lumberjack. 30,000 bricks. And there's a kitty up there in the tree to get with the firefighter. The Lumberjack is a Special 2 in the civilian category and costs 10,000 studs. This next character token, Farm Worker Bill, is easy if you have the jetpack. But if you don't, you can still get up there if you have the farmer. I tried it with a mere mortal, but I couldn't jump between the last two rooftops without the chicken glide. I kept falling right here because it doesn't lock onto that twirl pole like in other places. Like right there. I had to use the chicken glide here. And here. But don't hit the right button in the circle or it'll lead you to the right. Farm Worker Bill is a farmer and costs 20,000 studs. We need the firefighter disguise for Buddy Weingartner. Buddy Weingartner is a firefighter and costs 10,000 studs. Now I'll go back to the last cabin for Dougy Dungarees. Now we need the crowbar. Dougy Dungarees is a criminal and costs 10,000 studs. And the last character token, Farm Worker Bob, is over the pavilion. You could probably get up there with the jetpack, but it might be easier with the farmer. Farm Worker Bob is a farmer and costs 20,000 studs. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, which I really appreciate, and subscribe to see when I upload new videos. See you next time! Just thought you might like to see where the castle is from the pavilion. There's the castle, and there's the road to get to it.